Hey there, YouTubers. This is Musician for Life Love 171 coming to you with a how to play future card Buddyfight. Okay, I have my good friend Jason. He's here with me on showing you how to play the game, and we're going to do it step by step for the first 3 turns, and then after that we'll just continue on. Okay? So we first start off with shuffling our decks, which we both did. And then now we start with drawing 6 cards each. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And then 2 cards for the gauge. Okay? And then you get to see who gets to go first. In this case, for us, we will use dice.
Well, you can do any way you want.
Yes. Okay.
So 11 versus 4. What a sad day for the good old J Meister. Big Papa J.
I get to go first, so get to look at my hand. And with future card Buddyfight, unlike other games where you have the option to mulligan, you can't. There's no option for that. So, let's start the game. We raise the flag. We raise the flag. Not stand up, but whatever. And then we reveal our buddies. So mine is Extreme Sword Dragon. And Jason's is the same thing, Extreme Sword Dragon. Okay? So
for demo purposes, we're using the exact same deck.
Yes, we're using the exact same deck right now. Okay?
Also doesn't help this is
the person that goes first can't draw a card. So we do this in phases. We first do start phase, which everything gets stood up. And then we have the option to gauge, which if you gauge, you get to draw 1 card. And you have a limit of size 3. So you can have 3 1s, 1 3, and 1 2.
You mean 1 2 and 1 3? Yeah,
I said 1 2 and 1 1. I mean, sorry about that. Or you just have 1 3.
Yeah.
And when you are the first person to go, you can only attack with 1 creature. So I'll do Systemic Dagger Dragon. Okay. And I'll swing at Jason for 2 damage.
With the nifty little life counters you get here in the intro set, you go from 10, 9, 8. So I have 8 life left for all you YouTubers out there.
Okay, Jason, it's your turn.
Alright.
Since it's his first turn, he does have the option to go to draw. Because he went second instead of going first.
And then I gauge. And then draw. And again, you have a size pool of 3, so you can play any number of cards as long as their size adds up to 3 or less. Yeah.
And one thing that is also important is that if you do go first, you can have the option to play any of them, but you can only attack with 1. But for Jason right now, he can attack with multiple than just 1.
In this case, I will be calling 3 units. I will be calling out 1 Systemic Dagger Dragon to the center, along with 2 Latel Shield Dragons.
Okay.
And now since my spaces are full, I can go to combat. In this case, I choose to have my Systemic Dagger Dragon attack Music Lover's Systemic Dagger Dragon.
Sure. I'll let my dragon die.
And then I'll have the 2 Latel Shield Dragons attack Music Lover directly.
Okay. I'll use a card called Dragon Breath. I'll destroy that card right there. And in response, you do have to pay 1.
As the card says.
Yes, as the card says.
So he negated one of the attacks. But
So I take 2 damage. So like Jason showed you, your nifty little life counter. If you don't have one of these, like if you just buy booster packs, that's okay. You can use a D10, D20 dice, whatever you want to use. You can even use 2 D4 dice if you want to.
D6s in that case, but whatever.
D6s. Thank you. D6s, not D4s. So that's my fault. Okay, my turn?
Yep.
Okay, it's my turn. Now, when it's your turn, if you had any monsters tapped, you would untap them and whatnot. Then, my turn, I get to draw. I'll gauge 1 to draw 1. Okay. And I'll play 1 Systemic Dragon and 2 Shield Dragons. And in this case, since he does have a dragon in the center, I can't attack him directly. I have to first kill off his dragon first. Then I can attack him. So I'll do my Systemic Dragon to kill off your dragon.
And in this case, I'll let that go through.
Okay. And then I'll deal 4 damage to you.
Alright, this is where I will be countering both of them. First off, I will be countering with the spell Dragonic Shoot on one of them.
Dragonic Shoot.
And for the other one, I will be countering with my own Dragon Breath card.
Okay. And it's your turn, Jason.
Alright. Draw 1. And then gauge and draw. With this game, you are allowed to fight with your units when you play item cards such as Drago Blade, Drago Brave.
It's you pay 1 gauge and you discard a card from your hand, and it lets yourself be able to fight. It gives it 5,000 power and deals 3 damage to your opponent.
In this case, since he's got a monster in the center, Music Lover has a monster in the center, I must destroy the center monster in order to attack him directly.
Now, in this case, if he felt like it, he can attack my monster with his left monster, but he's not going to, because his left monster just has a power of 2,000. If it was higher, or if it was 3,000 or higher, then yes, he would have been able to attack my monster first. Then and then he would be able to use his item card to attack me.
In this case, I shall attack the dragon myself.
Okay, dragon dies.
And then I shall attack for 2 damage.
Okay, I have to take the 2 damage, so I'm down to 6.
And with that, I have nothing else I can do.
Okay. I'll draw. I'll gauge 1. Draw 1. I play Dragonic Heal. You get to heal 2 life. So I'm back to 8. And I'll play 1,000 Rapier Dragon. How much life are you at?
I am at 8.
Okay. And I'll just swing at you for 2.
Alright.
Unlike Vanguard, they don't have an option to intercept it with, like, you know, a card. So they only have spell cards to stop damage or nullify the damage. And it's your go.
Alright. In this case, gauge, draw. Ooh, nice.
And with your gauge limit, it doesn't matter on how many cards you have in the gauge. It's like if you heard of White Shorts, it's like as many cards that you would have in your stock in order to pay for other cards.
Mm-hmm. In this case, I'm calling out the size 2 Steel Gauntlet Dragon.
Okay, and if you can tell, he has 2 cards on the field, one size 1 and one size 2. So that's a size 3, and he can't play anything else unless he has a spell or another item.
Mm-hmm. And in this case, Latel Shield Dragon shall attack 1000 Rapier Dragon.
I don't have anything to nullify it, so I have to take it. So my 1000 Rapier Dragon does die.
And then Steel Gauntlet Dragon shall attack directly.
Okay. So I'm back down to 6.
And then I shall attack directly with Dragon Blade Dragobrave.
I take 3, so I'm down to 3. Okay.
Alright.
My turn?
Yep.